Good evening, 716 Delta Mike here. Gonna go live tonight. Gonna stream the Boeing 737 by PMDG out of the new Orbix Memphis scenery. Gonna fly down south to Valparaiso, otherwise known as Eglin Air Force Base, Kilo Victor Papa Sierra. I fly into there quite often in the real world, and it's not a regular route. I don't think you're going to find a direct flight into VPS by American from Memphis. They typically fly that route via Charlotte, but wanted to look at this new scenery tonight and give that a whirl. So, yeah, we are on VATSIM. We're also injecting FSLTL traffic right now to get a little bit more of realism here at the gates. So, let's jump into the cockpit here real quick, and then we'll jump out here on the drone view, and let's take a look at a little bit of the scenery. So Charlie 10, that's our gate. Take a look here at some of the scenery here of the Memphis, the generic Memphis airport in Microsoft Flight Sim was not the best, to say the least. This terminal looks pretty realistic. Having grown up in this part of the country myself, I've been in and out of this Memphis airport multiple times. So they did model some on the inside here. So here we are inside the terminals. Front gates for check-in. Got Spirit United here. Take a little stroll down through here. Here's the main entrance to the terminal. Got Delta here right in the front. Stairways going up. Glass all around. Boost security check-in right there. Got Southwest gates here. And looks like we got Allegiant Frontier down this way. So take a stroll back here real quick if we can. And let's see. Let's go through security real quick. So you got your TSA pre-check on you. We'll just zip right through. Got the walkways animated here. It's pretty cool. Some gates. Restrooms. Oh, they've got the Memphis Grizzlies logo there. A little bit of downtown. There's the Orpheum. It's pretty cool seeing that stuff I recognize from growing up in that part of the country. Got a picture of the Great Pyramid there, which sits right off of there along the edge of the river, close to Mud Island. It's now a Bass Pro Shop, if anybody wanted to know, which is pretty neat. Highly recommend going to see that as well. See what else it's modeled in here. I don't know. This must be for live concerts they have inside the airport someday, maybe. That seems to be the end of that. Let's see what's back this way. That's the way it came from. So yeah, pretty neat. You got here's the airplane taking off here. You got the control tower modeled. Parking garages over here as well. Cars there. Front drive in here. This is pretty realistic. Drive up and drop off your passenger, people going to or from the airport. We're going the wrong way here, but we're just kind of zooming and checking it all out here. Got your long-term, short-term parking, commercial vehicles, baggage claim, ticketing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. More parking garage, I believe. Yeah, so here's some FedEx stuff over here on this side of the airport. I believe we'll get to the FedEx terminal areas here momentarily. Just zoom around here a little bit and take a look. Some fire trucks here. Scenery looks pretty good. I'm not going to complain about it. It's definitely a way step up from what was by default. Over here will be the cargo area where all the FedEx planes line up. Oh, I imagine we'll see some A300s, maybe some MD-11s there. Yeah. Check it all out here real quick, see what we got modeled here. Looks like we got some Yeah, FedEx trailers, the cargo containers for inside the aircraft. All right, pretty neat, pretty neat. And what else we got here? Name on the building. All right, so here we got a FedEx plane in a hangar over here for some maintenance. Okay, and here's a FedEx office building over here. All right, this is pretty cool. Fair enough. More containers. And over here we got a little FedEx facility here. FedEx name on the building. More containers. Got the American flag hanging over here. Hey, what's up, Chris? Audio is very low. Okay. Let me see if I can turn that up a little bit here. We can probably fix that. Is that any better? Might have been leaning a little bit away from the microphone as well. So this is the new Orbix scenery from in Memphis. Picked that up yesterday. We do a little quick flight down to Valparaiso, Eglin Air Force Base, where I also have a little bit of payware scenery as well. So now let me know if that audio is any clearer than it was. That could have been my mistake there. All right, we'll zoom back over here to the gate. And we're going to use GSX Pro tonight as well. All right, we'll see what we get here. Go ahead and request our catering service to come.
Catering vehicles are on their
Already
way.
got the jetway. No, we don't have the jetway connected either, so let's get that. Operate the jetway here. Well, I thought the jetway was connected a while ago, but it looks like it's... Trigger that again here momentarily, see what happened. Operate the jetway one more time. Here we go. Here comes the jetway to us. Running the F. Okay, still quiet. Okay, well, let me check this out. Give me just a minute here and see what's happening. Double check our microphone settings here. Microphone. All right, how's that? Is that any better? May have had the microphone down a little bit. So that's better. I don't have much room to turn it up higher than that. All right, here comes the Sky Chef Catering. Going to get us started out here. Jump back on the inside here and go ahead and get some things fired up here. Get our battery on. Ground power, emergency lights, our logo light, and get our nav lights, position lights on. Let's go up top here. Looks like you may have done a flight in the Airbus today. So how was that transition back into an airliner for you, Chris? Go ahead and get our microphone up to 100%. Hopefully that'll help out a little bit. All right, got our navs into the nav position. We'll get that, so we'll get our how long for alignment here soon. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of panel lighting turned on as well. Not gonna need a lot of light today because we're flying in the daylight. We set the time back a little bit. All right, go ahead and get into our FMC here. Clear that out. Pause in it, and we'll go this position. Drop that into here. Our route and KMEM right here is where we're origin. We'll request a flight plan, and there's Memphis to VPS. Go ahead and select that. Oh, good. Yeah, it is a little bit. It does take a little bit to get back into the things with when you're flying GA for a while. I know you've been flying that DC-6, so I'm looking forward to the update coming out for that here soon. All right, so the route uplink load is ready. We're going to fly this on our joint AVA tonight as well. Get a little flight in for our virtual airline before the end of the month. All right, we'll activate that route, execute that. We are American 716 tonight. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And there we go. So let's go take a look at our legs. All right, iBuffy. All right, so let's get our departure up here. We probably need to get a hold of ATC real quick and go ahead and get our clearance. So I think we have ground tower and approach. So we don't have delivery. So 21-9 is going to be who we need to contact here. Waiting for your action to close the right door. All right, so yeah, finish that up. Let's go ahead and pick up our clearance, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and start our boarding. Let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we're going to select our joint AVA real quick. Get that going as well, so we'll start that flight. All right, so that's got everything going there. So now we need 21-9 on the comms. So let's get 21-9 tuned here, and let's go ahead and get our clearance.
Do you want to board crew?
Yes, we would like to record
Pilots boarding starting.
Crew and passengers. Oh, was there a new update for the 737 today? I picked up one just the other day. I didn't look for one today, so if there was one today, I did not pick it up. It would be interesting. I'm really hoping they'll let that EFB release here soon. All right, so let's double check here. Let's get ready to copy. Memphis ATIS right now is currently Lima. So let me write that down real quick so we'll be ready.
And Memphis ground, FedEx 531 requesting ISR clearance to Dallas Fort Worth.
FedEx 531 cleared to Dallas Fort Worth via the Childers 5 departure and split transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1506.
Okay, clear to...
Yeah, I know they had an update for the 737 just in the last recent days, so hopefully I've already picked that one up.
5,000, expecting 340 in 10 minutes. Departure is 125.8 and squawking 1506, FedEx 531.
FedEx 531, readback's correct. Expect runway 36 center for departure.
Okay, expect 36 center, FedEx 531.
And Memphis ground, America 716, good evening. Looking to copy our IFR over to our down to Valparaiso, Kilo Victor, Papa Sierra.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Hey, American 716, you're cleared to the Destin Fort Walton Beach Airport via the Pipe 6 departure. iBuffy transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1557.
All right, that is cleared to the Destin International Airport via the Pipe 6 iBuffy transition that is filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Expect 370 in 10. Departure frequency 125.8. Squawk 1557 for America 716.
America 716, readback's correct. Expect runway 36 center for departure.
All right, we'll expect 36 center for departure, and I think we'll probably have to give you a call for push here.
That's correct. Just give me a call for push on a Juliet.
Hey, firm, we'll give you a call when ready. America 716. All right, we got our clearance, so that was as filed, so that was pretty much what we expected. So we're expecting 36 center out of here, so we'll go ahead and get this set up here. And we are on the, I believe it was the Pipe 6, yep, iBuffy transition. We'll execute that. Departure, we'll plan for our arrival, and I need to do a quick check here of the weather, and let me pull up something here while I'm thinking about it. We'll get where you can see the iPad here. Pull up Air Server, that way I can show the iPad here while we're streaming, which is kind of a neat little trick. Go mirror, go right here.
Hello. Hey there, this is Josh from AK.
All right.
You're enjoying my music and it's helping to
Pull up
inspire
here, weather, and I believe now if I go to here, yep, you will see the iPad. which is kind of cool. So it looks like visibility into VPS is pretty low tonight. So we got the low IFR, winds 180 at 4, visibility, less than 1/4 statute miles, low visibility fog. We may have a really bad arrival approaching there, so we're going to get to test the IFR out for sure. And looks like runway 20 would be the approach we're going to want to go for. So what we got for 20, you got a TACAN, ILS. There's an ILS for 20, so that's probably what we're going to do. There's also an RNAV for 20, but we will I believe we'll take this ILS right here for 20, and that is going to be from CEW, which is the Crestview VOR. Yep, if I was right, so that's Crestview VOR, and there is no star for that arrival, so we'll execute that. Take a look at our legs now. So back to our departure. So looks like we are Bill Pyramid. All right, that all looks good. Next page. So here's our Crestview VOR, and then here's our actual approach, runway 20 set in the box here. So we'll go, route is looking good. Go perf in it now. Oops, perf in it. All right, so we're going at 370. Here's another little cool thing I picked up called the SimBrief panel.
FedEx 53 Heavy
integrates with SimBrief and pulls that
Have a great flight.
right in there. So
19.7, see ya.
kind of gives you all your information right in one location. So block fuel tonight's going to be 15,249, which is what it's showing. Reserve fuel, FinRes. So you can actually go to the raw, which is what I'm used to looking at here. So cruise winds 256 at 75. So let's go ahead and go 256 at 75. This makes it a whole lot easier for entering the information in the box with this, because you can put it up side by side and just really plug your information in. Our zero fuel weight is 127.0, so 127.0 for here. And then we're going to go look at our block fuel, which was 15,249 FinRes, and so we're going to be 6.9 on the reserve fuel. So we'll put that right here, and then I'm going to fly with a cost index of 35 tonight. And we will execute that and go to our N1 limit. It says insufficient fuel, we know, but we haven't actually fueled yet, so we'll take care of that in a moment. I don't believe we're going to want to derate tonight. We're going to go full takeoff thrust. We'll depart out of here with flaps 5. And before we get our CG, we're going to need to actually go do some fueling. So let's zoom over here. Let's get FS actions and fuel. Oops, and we're going to need this one more time to see what our block fuel was. Our block fuel was 15,249, so about 249. 15,249 set there. Return. Now we need a payload, and we should be able to scroll right on down here. And we're carrying 138 passengers tonight, so we'll put 10 of them up in first class. And we'll put 120 of them, 120 of them here. Nope, I'm sorry, 128. Right here. So that's 138. That's the magic number. Actually, we'll move 2 up, so we'll go ahead and fill up first class there, and 2 guys get to go sit in the front. They got an upgrade tonight, free. All right, and cargo 7.6. So we got to have. We'll put 4,000 in the front. And we'll put 3,600 in the rear. That should give us 7.6. That gives us our zero fuel weight of 127. And that matches what we had up here as 127. So payload set correctly. And we'll turn here. Whoop, let's go back to FS actions and doors. We'll need that momentarily. All right. So now we have all that loaded, we can actually go ahead and get our trim. So trim needs to be 4.92, which is just at 5 here. So we'll go ahead and trim that in here. Trim set. We'll get our takeoff speeds set in here. All right, we're looking at 147. I like to add 20 to that for, so that's 167 we'll set here. There we go. All right. And we are set in the box here. What does FSX or GSX tell us here? So boarding is complete at 100%. All right. just about ready to get ourselves out of here then. Let's get up here on the top. Let's get a few things set. Alright, so we need 370 here. And I'm not sure of our landing altitude, but we're almost sea level. We'll check that out here shortly. Alright, so we want to go ahead and get our left and right window heat on. We'll get our trim air also on. We will go yaw damper here. We were right now on ground power. And we'll go ahead and turn on our pumps here. And good there. Let's go ahead and start the APU. And we'll get the seatbelt signs on as well. Alright, APU's coming to life. Got the wing view here. Alright. Got everything's finished up there, so are we getting the APU coming alive here? Yep, I hear it starting to come in. Starting to see a little heat exhaustion there as well. Alright. Verify, yep, we got rotation here, so APU's coming to life on us. So we'll wait for that. We'll go ahead and get our electric hydraulic pumps to the on position. Yaw damper is on. We'll also go ahead here momentarily. Once we get on the APU bus, we'll flip that over as well. Alright, so we got VNAV, LNAV, and that did not activate here. We got to set 5,000 for our top altitude here. Alright, here we go. APU's available, so we'll go on the APU bus, and we'll set this up here to APU, so we're showing current, yaw damper set. Alright, and we got electric hydraulic pumps on. So we'll go ahead and turn on our packs left and right, get some air in here. APU bleed can also be on. And we will call GSX and tell them that they can remove the GPU. GPU can go away. So I had this bug the other day where the LNAV VNAV would not engage. I'm not sure what that's all about right now, but we will double check that. Boarding is complete. We'll go ahead and close the door.
And Memphis Ground, FedEx 531 with information Lima, ready for taxi to 36 Center.
Let's see here. So let's do this.
FedEx 531, thank you for Lima. Taxi via Victor Sierra, cross runway 09, Sierra Romeo.
Alright, so we do need to set the parking brake here, it says. So let's get that set. Parking brake is
Okay,
set.
that's 36 Center by Victor Sierra, crossing 09 and Sierra to Romeo.
Start power not available. Alright, so let's go ahead and, well, we're going to have to call ready for push here, so, because where we're sitting here on the tarmac is going to require that. So let's go ahead and prepare for pushback and departure. Let's see, we could operate the jetway and go ahead and get that out of the way. Go ahead and prepare for pushback and departure. See, no, we do not want.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
To the, well, I don't know if I can shift my whole view to the right or not more. You talking about where you can see further over here? That's what you're wanting? I'll see what I can do with that. I may have to do that after this stream.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, let me, and Memphis Ground, America 716, information Lima, and we are ready for push and start.
American 716, thank you for Lima. Push on to Juliet's approved.
Push on to Juliet, approved, America 716.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Right, so he told me, what, that we were departing 36 Center, I believe. Let's get a show plate and put that here. Let's see what you can see. So we are here, so 36 Center, push on to Juliet is approved, so we probably want to face, we want nose to the left, tail to the right. Alright, we want nose to the left and tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, parking brake released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
Alright, packs are off. Push is started, so we'll go ahead and turn the left side engine. I'm sorry, right side first. Oh, you can't see the altitude bug. Okay, yeah, copy that. I will see if I can't make sure I turn the screen a little bit so you can see that when we're adjusting. It's really hard to set up OBS sometimes when you've got a 49-inch ultra wide, but trying to stream that to a 1080 by or 1920 by 1080 resolution is sometimes complicated. So, all right, so here we go. Let's get a little fuel in here on the right side. I do like this GSX Pro with the ground pushback and everything. It's pretty neat. A lot more realistic.
Set parking brake.
Alright, parking brake is set. And let's go on up here and starting the left side. Oh yeah, it could just be my view setting. You're right. It's set on the default view right now, but yeah, I think I can make sure that I can get the altitude bug in there and the capture for you. Appreciate you telling me that, though. That's probably pretty important, to be honest. All right, so here we
Additional
go.
aircraft on this frequency. Information mic now available. 0114 Zulu. Wind 010 at 10. And altimeter is 3028.
3028, and he said information mic, didn't he? So I'll go ahead and jot that down because we're going to need that in just a moment. Alright, engines are coming to life. Let's go ahead and get our flap set to 5. And RTO set here. And don't understand why LNAV VNAV is not actually arming, but I must be doing something incorrect. I had this happen last night too, and then I reset it and it came back to life, but we'll see what happens here as we get out of here. Alright, 5,000 is set. And FMS says we're on a heading of 360 to intercept that field. So what we will go ahead and do is let's go ahead and tune this up to 360. Just so we have the right heading there. And then course of 360 also would be set. Alright. So let's get our back on. Oscillation valve to auto. APU bleed can go off. We'll go over on the main gens. Gen 1, Gen 2. APU can go to the off position. And taxi light can come on. And one last check of everything. We do need our probe heats on as well. And we are looking good up top. Packs are on. 37,000 set there. Alright, here we go. So now we need to taxi. So let's Memphis ground, American 716, information mic, ready for taxi, 36 center.
American 716, thank you for Mike. Runway 36 center via Juliet Romeo. Break FedEx 531, contact Memphis Tower 119.7.
119.7, FedEx 531.
And we're taxi 36 center via Juliet Romeo, American 716. Oh, did I wait? Did I get a little too? I know what I got to do. This is another GSX Proism here. You actually have to confirm good pushback and start because they have not disconnected yet. So Should have done that a little sooner, but that's another little thing of GSX, so that's pretty neat. So you'll actually watch them here. They'll come in and disconnect the pin and everything. So.
Unlocking here.
There we go. So they have disconnected and pulling away.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Alright,
Left
flaps are
is clear.
set. We're in a good...
Right is clear.
Alright, one thing we have not done yet was get our squawk code. That is 1557. Alright, 1557, and we need TARA to be on position there. So, and departure is 125.8, so... 125.
6 is at Mike 5, what's that? Delta 6, welcome to Memphis. Did you have any particular gate in mind?
125.8. Alright, so we are set there, ready for taxi. Alright, here
Okay,
we go.
Delta 6, taxi to the gates via Mike 6.
Why is it telling me to set?
Taxi to the gates via Mike 6.
Alright, we'll pull it push back. I don't know why that was doing that. Alright, we need Juliet. And what did he say? Juliet Romeo. Alright, so we can go straight down on this one. All the way. 36 center via Juliet Romeo. That's what I wrote, so that should take us right down all the way. So you can see us moving here. Juliet down. Go straight down and hit Romeo here. Left-hand turn right to 36 center. We'll call short of the runway, ready for departure. Do like FSLTL for simulating a lot of the ground traffic here, because just don't have enough traffic on VATSIM to really show what an airport's like. And these gates and terminal and everything in Memphis Airport is much better than the default Microsoft, so pretty happy with that purchase. See if I can't remember to start the clock here before we take off this time. Even scroll. I don't know if you caught the stream early enough, Chris, but even the FedEx down at the cargo ramps showed all the FedEx cargo containers and everything. It was pretty cool. Upgraded to the Ryzen 9 56. Nice. How's that going? You liking it? Have you got it up and running already, or are you still in the process of finishing the upgrade? It runs hot. Yeah, I bet. Are you running a radiator cooler, or are you running fans? Let's see what this will do here. So there's her.
American 716, contact Memphis Tower 119.7. Have a good flight.
Over to tower 11197, American 716. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, 119.7. All right, tower is 19.7, and we need. We'll make a quick stop here before we get here. We need to tune 25.8 in the box down there for departure. 25.8.
I'm sorry, extra 54, 57, miles 23, 6 close.
All right, 25.8 is set. Just a
6,
fan.
54, 57, Atlanta, good afternoon.
Yeah, you know, the debate's real whether or not you need a radiator liquid type cooling or if fans are pretty good. I think the fans today on a lot of these coolers are pretty good. I'm running a radiator with mine at Corsair. I think it's a HI 100.
Roger.
It's a 2-fan model. Because of my case, it wouldn't fit the 3. But all right, let's get our parking brake set here real quick, and let's get some things set. We'll get our landing lights on here.
American 716, Atlanta, are you ready?
We'll be ready in 2 seconds for American 716.
Roger.
All right, strobes are coming on. Continuous relight set. And we got 25.8 set in the box. We are TARA, so we are mode C, and we should be auto throttle to the on position. Oh, now VNAV button will still not auto arm, but nope, I did that before. You gotta watch that click spot. And tower, American 716, ready to line up.
American 716 on departure, RNAV Beal, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
36 center, clear for takeoff. RNAV Bill, American 716.
FedEx 1405 heavy, runway 36 center, line up and wait.
Oh, we got one behind us there. I don't know why the FedEx delivery's not showing up. Still got to work on some model matching here with.
20 seconds.
Roger.
Entered runway 36 center. 11,000 feet.
Let's get ourselves lined up over here. There's 36 center confirmed. And we'll go ahead and start the clock here. Spool them up. 40-50 and Toga. Oh, I know what was wrong. There's what was wrong. I didn't have the font director engaged. See, there's always some little error you figure out after the fact.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. All right, here we go. We're up and airborne. Positive rate. You're up.
Ready to climb.
All right, flaps are coming in. Should be getting a left turn here. We're already into the suit. All right, here comes our left turn. Yeah, like landing gear. That's funny. I actually read that comment today on the Discord. You did a belly flop today, huh? Pretty funny. Can't say I've never done it. It's a great place to do it in the sim, though, let me tell you. A lot better than doing it in the real world. Alright, let's go level change here. And let's go Command A on. Let's set 5,000. And Memphis Tower, America 716. Did you hand us off on the approach, or did I miss that?
I'm sorry, sir. You can go ahead and do that now. It won't make a difference anyways. Oh, you're already at 5,000. I keep forgetting the initials at 5 here. I'm a visitor from Atlanta. I'm like, I always think it's 10. I'm sorry. Kind of departure. Thank you.
Over to departure, America 716. Thank you. All right, see? Even ATC makes their own boo-boos. And Memphis departure, America 716, 5,000.
American 716, Memphis departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000.
16,000, America 716.
FedEx 379, contact Memphis Tower, 119.7, have a good night. 1.7, see ya.
Alright, there's 16. Let's go level change. 250.
Level 5991, just
Keep our speeds in check here.
Down to 5,000, Southwest 6991.
You know, I'll have to double check on see what temps I'm actually running right this moment. I don't have anything set up where I can tell you exactly what I'm running right this second. Although, probably wouldn't be too hard for me to do something like that because there's several resources out there for that. What you probably don't know is I rebuilt this computer right around Christmas and had it all set up and working.
You're clear direct Bebby, that's Bravo Echo, Bravo India Echo.
Direct Bebby, America 716. Alright, so let's get that in the box here real quick. There, Bebby, direct, enter, autopilot, LNAV, BNAV. Alright, we are clear direct. Let's go ahead and get our landing gear to the off position. And RTO can also come off. So, as I was about to say, Chris, what you probably don't know is at Christmas I rebuilt the computer and just spun up a new instance of Windows 10, had a second hard drive with my original in there, copied all of my stuff for Microsoft over completely, and had the sim up and running, but basically was...
Center 133.65, good night.
Over to center, 133.65, America 716.
South 5991, disregard.
One moment there, and I'll finish my story.
Altimeter 3028.
And Memphis Center, 3365. And Memphis Center, American 716, 10,600, climbing 16,000.
American 716, Memphis Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
370, American 716. All right. 370 tuning in here, and hopefully you're being able to see the autopilot panel now the way I'm doing that. So anyway, continuing on with my story, and real quick we need to align our heading bug here. So
Wormy, I do not have
that done as
program
well.
in there on
and we are already through 10,000, so let's go ahead and get our lights off.
Turn left heading of 040. Actually, correction. Turn left heading 070, and this will be for the RNAV runway.
There we go. So continuing on with the story, I had everything set up, Windows installed again, kept my, put that all on a brand new hard drive just so I would have a backup of everything. Which put the computer in a dual boot configuration where I had to choose every time I powered the computer on which hard drive to boot off of. So I got wise later after I felt comfortable with everything, saying, "Oh, everything's good. I'll wipe the old hard drive." So I wiped the secondary hard drive, which had my original Windows install on it. Apparently, that screwed up the bootloader, and at that point, after I rebooted my computer, I couldn't get into anything. So I ended up having to reinstall Windows again. But only this time I had no backup of anything, so I lost everything. Had to reinstall Microsoft Flight Sim from scratch, lost all of my profiles. It took me a full week just to get the sim back up and running and get all my downloads and try to get a community folder back in place. So, not to mention all the add-ons.
Indianapolis Center is closed. Frequency change approved.
Over to you, Compass Southwest 2710. Good night.
Center Cactus 318 checking in 230. Access 318, Memphis Center, ident. Roger, ident, Cactus 318. Cactus 318,
you.
Radar contact 10 miles east of Pocket City.
Alright, so
Cactus
what options
318
do I
descend via
have?
Ryman 2 arrival, landing north transition. Memphis, correction, Nashville altimeter is 3024.
I thought I had
Roger,
I had
Ryman,
CPU temp.
Arrival, landing north, altimeter 3024, Cactus 318.
Oh, I think it's actually showing in my. I wonder if Corsair IQ would show my temp of my GPU.
Southwest
my
1562, 3 miles from Wormy, cleared RNAV runway 4 left approach.
Cleared RNAV approach runway 4 left for Southwest 1562.
Memphis Center, American 1691 with you, flight level 350.
I guess I need to install some extra software for
1691, that's Center, Roger.
my core temp.
Yeah, Memphis Center, I 1562 here. I see Wormy on the chart now. That's not bad. It was not in FMC, so I must have entered.
Yeah, you know, I Googled a lot on that, Chris, about how to fix that master boot record, and I tried every trick in the book. I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of even what I do for a job is a lot of that kind of stuff, and I could not get it to boot. I just got so mad I just reinstalled it and went from scratch.
Clear for left, Southwest
Yeah, I've got a very clean PC. I got all the garbage and everything cleaned up for sure. It's the cleanest I've ever been on a gaming PC. So, all right, sender pressure set. So yes, we are for sure clean as a whistle there. All the garbage is gone. My community folder is very slim right now. Fresh install recently of the Microsoft add-on linker. Yeah, it should be on standard pressure now. Looks like I am. Yeah. So fresh install of the add-on linker, and been trying to just slowly go back and splice MTO and get all the add-ons I'm looking for. Get all my third-party stuff. But even today, I had to reinstall Syracuse Airport and Fly Tampa Boston because I'd forgot about those. I'd bought those outside the sim and had to go re-download them.
Memphis Center, 734, 240 miles east of the Monrovia, work on the 320.
Alright, so far everything's pretty clean and flying well here. So we are direct BB, and then Poppy next, and then iBuffy, and then we'll be down toward the Crestview VOR after that. Oh, didn't see that. That's what happens when I... There we go. Now you can see my iPad again. Another cool feature here is pretty cool, as you can see the live traffic on the iPad as well. So now part of this could be VATSIM or FSLTL, whichever one is. I don't have a way to distinguish unless I turned off the injection, but I've been flying with the injector quite a bit lately, but it's pretty neat to see all the traffic. So back in the days when we were flying the DC-6 together, I could see you on here, and it would actually show you as traffic. So we need to do that again here soon. Yeah, we're at dense fog there in Georgia. Is that where the fog is tonight? Because I know down here at VPS where I'm going, it don't look like the visibility is going to be. It's not going to be in our favor. We're going to go right down the minimums for sure, I think, with just barely over a quarter-mile visibility. Looks like. Take a look at this. Low IFR. 180 at 3/8 of a mile visibility. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Going to be ugly going in there tonight, I think. Yeah, VAT Spy. Yeah, I could probably compare to that. I think I have a thing in my Sim Toolkit Pro here. Let's see, I've got a VATSIM map here, which is sim aware. Let's see if I can't find me on here, which there's American 716 right there. And looking at that, Southwest 59. Yeah, so I would say everything I'm seeing right there on the screen on the iPad then is FSLTL traffic congestion based on what I'm seeing on SimiWare. Is that iPad overlay, is that pretty legible on the stream? I'm hoping that it is. Yeah, so there's some traffic in front of me here that you can see the contrails. Oh, yeah. You know, I've messed with Volanta a little bit. I'm not sure. How do you like Volanta? How does that compare to SimToolkit Pro? Better, worse, less capable, more capable? Let's go ahead here and check a look. So our climb here, we got 57 miles till we reach the top of climb, cruise level 370. Let's pick up our pace here a little bit in the cruise. Mach decibel 8. And then we'll take a look at our descent here. Slash 280 right here. Execute that. So and then let's go ahead and get our wind forecast. Request the winds. Also a pretty neat feature in the PMDG, you can do a wind request. That is managed through your SimBrief downloader. There's a couple of files you download, one's for the route, one's for the weather. I should come back here momentarily to... Alright, so load. There we go. And execute that, and now that imports our wind. So flight level 250 will be 260 at 56, 15,000 will be 240, and 6,223 at 9. So pretty neat feature there. Oh, it says VATSIM traffic 0. That has to be an error there if Volanta's reporting 0, because there's got to be traffic on VATSIM.
This is traffic, radio check. By 5 here. Thank you. Read your 5 by 5. I don't know what happened to the center controller.
So we're almost up to 320 here, so on our way to 37, so we got a little bit more to go.
I think that's front down. Gotcha.
Take a look and see the moon there out the left wing. Pretty neat. Let's jump outside in here a little bit and see what we see. A lot of cloud cover. traffic rings turned on here for distance. Now we'll be able to see that. Go ahead and get our heading rudder line too. We got a little bit of a crosswind going on here at 99 knots at 261. So it's a heck of a wind blowing at us. So we are literally pointing the nose of the airplane at about 160 and we're flying 148. So that's about a 12-degree offset there, which from this view you can see. In order to maintain our track, we're having to point to the right pretty heavily. Alright, 344 coming up here on the way to 370. 370 is pretty good ways up here, so we could also study.
Approach 119.35.
Let's take a look at Navigraph here while we're at it. Study some charts here.
Memphis Center, American 2432, checking in flight level 350.
So KVPS charts here. Approach. We're going to decide we were doing the ILS.
Memphis Center, how do you hear?
555.
Roger, I think we're back now.
Memphis Center, Central 502, we'll do 280 on the transition.
Procedure, approach, ILS.
November 61 Romeo, confirm you're still direct Nashville.
That's a
Got
negative.
the Crestview VOR, then into Candy. So that is not the right chart, I don't believe. I want to unpin that one.
Memphis Center, American 2432.
There we
American
go.
2432, Memphis Center.
Going to hit the Crestview VOR, then into Candy, and then right straight in on runway 20. So that's the plan.
Flight level 350.
We don't need that departure plate up anymore. So
American 2432, ident.
Ident, American 2432.
American 2432, radar contact 30 miles south of Cape Girardeau.
3,000 here.
Position checks 2432.
So what do we need to be at Crestview then? All right, there's 1,000 to go above 3,000 here. All right, we should get some. There we go. 96 miles to top of the descent, so it's pretty short flight.
25.8.
Be descending here shortly. Let's double check here our VATSIM map while we're at it.
November 1138, Memphis Center, are you on frequency?
So we're going to run out of ATC before we get there as well. Got a ground speed of 483 knots. Not the fastest.
November 1138 over the Lima India Tango VOR, flight level 370.
November 1138, Memphis Center, radar contact.
Okay, traffic's back on VATSIM now. Okay, you flew Atlanta to Memphis and had a 100-knot wind from the west. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's, oh, look at mine right now. It's jumped up a little bit, so now we're at 102 knots. That is some serious wind up there at altitude, isn't it? We need that at our tail, and we'd be hauling butt over the ground then. It's a shame we can't have that as a direct tailwind. It's a quartering tailwind, but not a direct behind us. Projected flight time tonight was about 51 minutes according to the iPad, so we'll see. Flight time so far 21 minutes. What I'm showing. Right at 22, and that also jives with chronograph here, so chrono says 22 minutes as well, so we'll see how close we get to that 50-minute mark. So tell me about Volanta. Are you liking that pretty well? Is that a good substitute to Sim Toolkit Pro? Or I know graphically it's kind of pretty, I just don't know if it's quite as user-friendly / all the same valuable information or not.
Sun Country 8481 at Hobbrick, resume normal speed.
At Hobbrick, resume normal speed. Sun Country 8481.
Okay, so you just use it in Linux. Okay. So does it install on Linux, or do you use the web version of that? Because I think Volanta has kind of two versions or two instances. You got an application version and then a web version. Nice view out the wing there as we cruise along. "66 miles to top of descent." Okay, so there is an application for it then on Linux. I guess it could be possible to play this game on Linux. I'm not sure. Steam is compatible with some instances of Linux, I think. I don't know if it's... Yeah, X-Plane does run on Linux. Steam can run on Linux, I believe, but I don't know if it'll support Microsoft Flight Sim or not. I have my doubts, but maybe it would. Most of my Linux experience comes in the realm of Red Hat for Red Hat Enterprise Linux and CentOS doing work stuff, so not really for gaming. "57 miles. Look at our progress page here. Crestview VOR. And let's go ahead and put CEW in here as a fix. And let's give me a 100-mile radius around that and see where we are. If I zoom this out, we should be able to see that ring.
FedEx 1405, Kansas City Center is closed. Frequency change approved.
So top of descent is just before that, so probably going to be needing to send about 110 miles out. See how that does. Yep, that puts us right on the money there. 110 miles out from Crestview is about where our top of descent's going to be, which is going to be coming up here at about 50 miles. So you're not seeing me on Volanta. American 716. Let's see. I am going to look on SimAware. Yep, I'm over Mississippi right now. Be just a little bit northeast of Jackson, Mississippi, so we should be headed right toward Meridian. And crossing right behind me is Delta 734.
Do you have the Damon 5 arrival?
From Atlanta to DFW.
Yeah, I can change over to the Damon 5, 113.
November 138. Roger, clear direct Allen and join the Damon 5 arrival.
It would have been nice to have ATC all the way in tonight.
Damon 5 arrival, 138.
Delta 1514, Indianapolis Center is closed. There is traffic directly below you at Correction.
ATC coming through loud and clear on that, Chris.
Also landing Columbus, frequency change approved.
I'm assuming you can hear ATC pretty good in the stream.
We're got it all figured out here. 1614, have a good day.
Roger.
Delta 734, you saw him. He should have crossed right behind me. In fact, I see him. He is roughly about 38 miles straight to the northwest of me now. So I'd be 30. I'm crossing the Meridian VOR as we speak. 3 miles from Meridian VOR. So.
Second on with the center, your transmission is unreadable. It's coming in extremely garbled. Say again.
Yeah, that's the center. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for you all to get back to Unicom.
Roger. Sun Country 8481, contact Memphis approach 125.8.
Approach on 25.8.
Okay, yeah, you can hear ATC 5x5, good. Alright, so we're still on with Memphis Center, I think. We're going to have to...
American 1691, descend via Chesney 2 arrival, landing north transition.
Should be dumping us any
National
moment.
altimeter 3024.
Let's see what we can...
Arriving via Chesney 2 arrival, Nashville altimeter
20, we're under 30 miles now.
4.
20 miles to top of descent.
American 1691, affirmative, Nashville altimeter 3024.
Oh, I'm on Simaware. Yeah, Simaware is what I'm looking at. Right, line up our heading book here. And Memphis Center, American 716.
American 716.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check. I know we're probably about to cross out of your airspace. I'm inside of 20 miles now to the top of descent, and I know you might be handing us off, so just wanted to verify.
American 716, yeah, I'll be leaving my airspace in about 2 minutes there. Atlanta Center and Jacksonville Centers are closed. Frequency change to advisory is approved, and you can start your descent at your discretion.
Hey, firm, over to advisory on 22.8. We appreciate the ATC, and we'll start our descent here at the moment. American 716, see ya.
FedEx 531, Fort Worth Center is closed. Frequency change approved.
Alright, so I am going to dial in 3,000 here. So that's what we're going to go ahead and descend all the way down to. And 3,000 is set, and he cleared us over to advisory, so that's 22.8. And 22.8 is set. Alright, and that's given us now 9 miles to the top of descent. So So what I ought to probably do, Chris, in order to do that is change my perspective. I can keep a 1920 by 1080p stream, and I can adjust my, where I can put the black bars at the top and the bottom and probably show a little bit further over to the right. And that, I will look into doing that after this stream, try to adjust my view perspective a little bit. So I want to keep the stream to 1080 by 1920 by 1080, but I've crop the screen down to fit that, and what I can do is not crop it down as much, and that would give a little bit bigger perspective there. So we'll look at doing that. Alright, so here come the throttles rolling back. Now we get to hear that nice rumble in the cabin. So we've reached our top of descent. We have started down here, 370 on our VNAV path. It's here armed and captured. VNAV path, LNAV. We'll descend at Mach 8, and then when we get down a little lower, that'll transition to 280 on the speed.
Destination ATIS is 134.625.
34.625, that's the radius. Hopefully the stream's coming through pretty clean. I'm doing the phenomenal no-no of live streaming. I'm actually streaming via Wi-Fi right now, so hopefully that's not causing any problems. From my end, it looks like it's pretty good. I'm not dropping frames that I can see, so. Alright, so what we will do then, let's do a little prep here. So let's go ahead and take a look at KVPS. Let's get some weather here. So the winds are currently calm. We're going to stick with our initial plan to runway 20. And I was looking for an altimeter there and I'm not getting it. Oh, there it is. Yep. No, it's not. 3013. There it is. .3013. Let's pull up SimToolkit Pro and see if we can get a KVPS information right here. 3013 it is. So we can go here and go ahead and preset 3013. 3013 is now set. So that'll be good. We're currently with a 75 knot wind right now on us. Ladybug's still synced up here. .100 knot winds from Wisconsin to the south coast. Arizona to, wow. Yeah, I think there's a big front coming across. It's going to have some cold weather here in the coming days, so. It was sleeting and snowing here in Ohio today. Alright, down through 280, 279 now. About 80 miles from Crestview VOR. Here. So something else I picked up that I didn't have before was this Fly Live Studio and Fly Live Chrono, which syncs your. You can adjust the time in your sim and that'll sync up, and that also provides the overlay at the top of the stream, so pretty well liking that. .138 knots over Chicago. Wow, that's some heavy wind. Should probably pull up and look at windy. make for an interesting arrival into VPS, but it said winds were calm there right now, so I just think we're going to have a super low visibility with fog into there. We could make this really challenging and go into it at the dark, but we'll leave things well enough along here. Let's go ahead and set our auto brake to 2. Get our inlet ref up here, flaps 30, 145. So let's go flaps 30, 145 plus 5 would be 150 knots on the landing. That'll be our approach speed. And we need to also hit Navigraph up here, and we need to tune an ILS frequency. We haven't set that up yet either. So let's do this, and we are looking for 109.1 with a 1950 course. 109.1. All right, 109.1 set, and I forgot what the course was going to be, but let's verify here. Course is 195. Set once, 95 set twice. All right. Flight level 196. We're almost down to ready to switch over to our off of standard pressure down to our local pressure. Yeah, Cat 3 there, auto land. In VPS, I don't know if it's Cat 3 or not. I bet it's not. It might be. I think that's a negative. We got a 200-foot decision height, decision altitude. All right, let's go ahead and get our minimum set in here as well. So we need to go to radio and tune that to 200. All right, there's 200 set, and coming off of standard pressure, 3013 set, down at 17,000 now.
Position altitude, nearest altimeter, 3016.
3016 is the nearest, and let's get a METAR real quick at VPS again to verify. 3013 is what it's showing still, so I'm going to hold what we got there. You know, I don't think I've actually done an auto land in the Boeing 737 here by PMDG. I've done it in the fly-by-wire, and I've done it in the Phoenix, but I've not done an auto land in the Boeing. I assume it has the capability. Yep. VPS is Cat 1 only, agreed. So we're just going to hope for the best, because I'm not sure the weather's really going to be great for this. Low IFR. Half a mile visibility, half a mile. Right. Pull some speed brakes out here and try to get us down a little quicker. Get our speed down to 280. Piece of cake, right? I hear you, man. We'll see, piece of cake. We will see. We'll find out if I've got it in me or not. One set both sides. 10 or 195 set confirmed both sides. Heading bug synced. We're coming up on 11,000, so we're going to start getting ourselves ready here just in a moment. Pretty shot right there with the reflection of the sun. Here we are talking about low visibility, and up here above the clouds it's nice and sunny. Don't forget the landing gear. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate that. Hopefully I won't. If I don't forget the landing gear, it'll be something else, right? All right, here we are at 10,000. Let's go ahead and get ourselves configured up top here. Landing lights are coming on. Continuous relight engaged. All right, and we'll ding the cabin. Tell the flight attendants to go ahead and get the cabin ready for landing. Seatbelts have stayed on the whole flight. So in real world, I have a coworker who actually flew into VPS today. He called me when he landed, said it was hot and humid down there. I was like, well, it's sleeting and snowing here in Ohio, so enjoy the warm weather. It's the same for me. I was in Tampa last week for work, and 80 degrees, and I think all I took was long sleeves and sweaters. Landed back here in Ohio, and it was 25 and snowing. Alright, big 10,000, looking for 240 knots. And we are about 12 miles from the Crestview VOR. We'll go ahead and pull out the brakes here a little bit, help get us down to about that 3,000 mark a little quicker. Brakes. Yeah, it's rain, and fog there in Georgia. I was actually in Georgia 3 weeks ago, so just finished a 3-week whirlwind of work travels. So Georgia 1 week, Colorado 1 week, Tampa, Florida the next. So, all right. ICAH, we're picking up the ILS already. 27 miles away from the runway. I don't think it's the weather's bad down here right now. I think it's just low visibility with fog. Looking at it on 4Flight here. Just says low IFR. I think it's... The winds are 130 at 3 right now. They were calm a little while ago, but weather's a mist. I think it's going to be foggy. Alright, here's the turn at the Crestview VOR. Through 6,600. We're right at the glide slope level already. Could probably get on down a little quicker, but we're going to be alright, I think. We're going to be right down into the clouds here in a minute. Yeah, right below me did look clear right back there. We'll see. Maybe we'll pop out of it. I've got live weather on. I just rode the time back a little bit, so. Go ahead and line up our heading bug here. We're going to go ahead and slow ourselves down a little bit here too. And I need 3,000 by the T. Got a little time there. Alright. Coming up on Candy here momentarily. We'll check our 144, so we're still looking at 150, 149. Oops, speed 149. Alright. There's 1,000 to go. There's 4,000 coming up on 3,000. Here's the turn. Yep, there's the 1,000 to go alarm. Whoop, yeah, dipping the wing into the soup. Look at there. Left side's out, right side's in. Alright, we're in the soup now. VOR localizer armed. VOR localizer armed and captured. Coming up to 3,000. Approach mode armed. Glide slope is armed but not active. So we are below the glide slope just as we should be. So we shall intercept that from 3,000. So that's looking good. And let's go ahead and roll our speed back here to 210. Actually, we're going to go ahead and bring her back to 200. And we'll go ahead and bring in a little bit of flaps here. Get ourselves configured a little early. Alright, we're 12 miles out. We're going to go ahead and get our gear down. Start rolling our speed back here, 170, 160. Flaps 10. Right on the glide slope, 2,800. Here we go. We're coming on in. All right, autopilot pedal here. We're looking for 149.
25.
All right, flaps 30 set. All right, what's it going to be on the ground? All of our lights are on. All right, speed is set. I am getting no hints of the ground. Do we want to go with instant replay? Let's try it. Instant replay is set to recording. About 65% on thrust. Catching nothing out the window of being able to see. Well, there's a hint of trees down there. All right. 1,600 above the ground. Minimum set at 200. There's 1,500 above ground level right there. Ooh, it's soupy. I'm starting to see a little piece of the ground here. Nothing out the front. 1,100 feet above the ground. 1,000. Nothing.
1,000.
There's 1,000. Looking for 200 on minimums now. 3 mile final. I've got nothing. Still nothing. Barely catching anything out the wing. 800 above the ground. Yeah, we're going right down to minimums. I'm not even sure we're going to see it at 200. 750. Speed's looking good. Catching glimpses of the ground. I got no runway lights yet. I got nothing. 500 AGL right here. 500 continue. Going to be at 200 minimums here before you know it. There's 430. 400. 370. I've not even come close to turning autopilot off yet. 300. All right, I've got a PAPI light or something. Here's a guide light. All right, here we go. So we're going to hit right before our 200 minimums. We're going to get it. Autopilot disconnect my airplane.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, pursers are on. I don't know, it wasn't too bad, but boy, we were low. We'll see what the replay shows. Welcome to Eglin Air Force Base. I think we can make this turn off up here. It's a big old king hangar over there. I've been in that big hangar many a times. This is the KVPS scenery you can buy for Eglin. It's pretty nice. It does make it a little bit realistic. That's a big old giant hangar. Oh, I should have. Actually, I exited the wrong way for the terminal here. We're going to have to make a right and then a left. We got to go the other way to get into the actual gates here, but we'll stop here and clean her up. And let's go here and bring our flaps to the up position. We'll clean her up and then we'll taxi back. It's a little bit of a taxi here. I could not imagine doing that in real life. That was pretty low. We were right down to the 200 minimums. Gotta have faith in the autopilot because you couldn't see the ground. That's trusting technology right there. I don't know if I would have that much faith or not. I guess I would have to learn to. Alright, so we'll get this on. We'll get our APU to the start position. The APU going. Alright, let's just drop the parking brakes and let's go ahead and taxi back here. So we did a left turn on Whiskey there. We're going to make a right on Romeo and a right on Hotel. Cross back over runway 2 or 20. And then we'll taxi via Hotel all the way back to the terminal. It's a little bit of a haul here, but some C-130 sitting over there on the tarmac. Look like they left their landing gear up though. They're on their bellies. Eglin traffic, America 716, turning right on Hotel, be crossing runway 2, taxi to the terminal via Hotel, Eglin. Yeah, you can see the fog here in the game, but I'm not gonna lie, man, Microsoft does a really good job of simulating the weather. The clouds, the fog, I mean, you can look across there and see that looks foggy. Sure, that's pretty cool, if you ask me.
Approaching runway 02. Entered runway 02, 8,900 feet remaining.
Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's, before we go all the way back on the taxi, we're going to pull it up here and stop. And we'll set up and we'll watch the replay of the landing and then we'll finish out with the taxi back to the terminal. We'll get clear here. There's not any other traffic on the ground, so let's just we'll disconnect from our parking brake set. Let's disconnect from VATSIM real quick. VATSIM disconnect. So that part's done. And before we go back, let's go ahead and set our flaps back to flaps 30. Alright, flaps 30 is set. Spoilers are auto-armed. Just to get the full effect here, we'll get our lights back on. Those were still on. Alright. And there's that. So let's stop the recording. And then let's play the recording. Just going to get us reset here. And we can control our view now in the replay. So let's pause here and fast forward just a little bit. All right, so here we are at 700 feet on the outside. Let's see what that outside view looks like coming in here. Fully configured.
100.
This is when you really know how much faith you had in your autopilot. See how bad I did on the landing. A little bit of a bounce. It's pretty bad. Alright, and reversers are out, spoilers are up. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's back it up just a little bit here. And let's change our view here. Watch it from this view. Little bounce. Watch this. I don't know. I'd say the pilot that landed that did all right. I don't know if I believe 700 feet per minute. Maybe it was. I think that's what just popped up on the screen whenever. Let's watch it now from inside. Let's watch it from right here. And let's back it up a little bit. Oh, that says 73 feet per minute, didn't it? I thought it said 700. So that landing calculation is done with this Fly Live Studio. That overlay, it actually shows that. And last night when I did this, it seemed to be pretty close to the same number that, well, no, it's not tonight. Sim Toolkit Pro's reporting 290, 285, each one of those around 290, which is more believable in my opinion. Alright, one last replay, we'll do it from inside again. Let's take a look at when we see the runway. Alright, so...
Don't sink. 1 mile final runway 20.
Oh, what did I do here? Hold on a minute. Let's get us sped back up here. Reset the sim a little bit. I want to see when I can see the runway, so...
Don't sink.
There's the play.
Don't sink.
And...
Too low. Terrain.
360, 360, right? What did I'm hitting a button that's doing that. I got to quit changing the view. Give me a minute. Set this up and watch it without changing the view here. I want to see what altitude above ground. So
don't sink.
The
don't
number
sink.
Here in the sim
don't sink.
In the center, 390. This is my altitude above ground. That's radio altimeter.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
290.
Too low. Terrain.
270. I got lights at about 250 to 270. And there's 200, and you're barely getting runway view. So that was right down to minimums.
Too low. Terrain. 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 Too low. Terrain.
You can see my corrections for center line in there. I was a little right, and then I corrected it back left.
Too low. Terrain.
Whoop, got a little wing air there on the wind on the left wing, and there we are down. Alright, Well, let's bring her all the way to the end here. We'll hit stop on the replay recorder. So flight control replay is what I'm using there for the replay, which is actually pretty nice. I like it. So now that we finished that, we can actually release the parking brakes now, and we can actually taxi all the way in and finish what we started here. So we'll go ahead and admire a little bit of the VPS scenery, see how they modeled the actual term up here. VPS pretty small. It's a big airport as far as Eglin Air Force Base is concerned. Terminal wise, it's pretty small. It's a Charlie, but it's pretty small. Southwest, and American, and Allegiant is a heavy carrier into this airport. A lot of Allegiant flights into here. I usually fly American into here most of the time. Fly Delta into here some too. Delta flies in here. Southwest, American, and Allegiant. I'm not sure. They may have a few other carriers, but that's the bulk of them. Yeah, that flight control replay is a third party. I purchased that replay. I don't remember how much it was, but I do say I like it really well. So that's actually there. That airplane over there with the fire trucks around it, that's an old burnt aircraft that they do training in, where they do firefighters do training over there. So that's pretty neat to see that that's modeled in this scenery, and that's really there in the real world. I know this airport pretty well because I'm here all the time. The problem with this airport is it feels like you landed in Atlanta and then taxied the rest of the way into Fort Walton because the runways are gigantically long. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, they're like nearly 12,000 feet. So I mean, you got a 2-mile taxi right here. So with the new CPU, have you tried DirectX 12 or are you running DirectX 11? I've got 12, and occasionally it actually works really good, but these little splotches you see occasionally where the scenery's missing, or it looks like it's flat and not looking like, that's apparently a DirectX 12 issue. Yeah, you know what? So I got that Rex texturing. I need to set that. I think it defaulted on the install with that to look like they're new. I can change that. I'll run the reconfig on that to show the rubber marks and change the paint lines to used looking. Do that after this. Yeah, I said it's a long taxi, man. It's a 12,000 foot runway from where we stopped down there and turned. It is a long taxiway here. We're almost there though. That's why I say it feels like you landed in Alabama and then taxied the rest of the way down to Fort Walton Beach, Eglin area. There, I see an Allegiant tail over there to the right, though, so that's looking realistic. FSLTL is doing its job, and Allegiant would be what you would see in here quite heavily. And looks like there's maybe an American tail in there as well. This is also real right here. Check out the taxiway here, where it actually says Eglin on the taxiway there. Pretty neat. All right, so yeah, we got a Southwest, 2 Americans, and an Allegiant over here at the gate right now. So I'd say that's real looking. And every day down here is an air show if you like to look at fighter jets flying. Tell you what we're going to do is we're just going to take this gate right here on the end. Is that what we want to take? Let me double check that. What have we got? I don't see if we got a... I think we'll take one of these over here on the right. This American typically does park on this side. They do utilize that corner quite a bit. Delta and American are usually over here. Let's see where we're going to go here. Like I might need to do some adjustments here with GSX Pro, maybe. Don't know. The yellow line doesn't seem to look like it was lined up where it should be. But for now, we're going to park her like this. Alright. Parking brake set. Up top, APU gen can be on. Look at these lights right here off. And strobe should already been off. And we can come down here now and kill the engines. Alright, and we can finish our flight on, file our PI-REP on there. And now let's go down to here. Menu, ground services, got our chocks, got our door here opened up, and we need to get GSX, and we need to toggle the operate the jetway here, hopefully. There we go. Alright, jetway is active, and we can request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Lights are all off here. And we need to get our GPU. Did that just, I wonder why the... Oh, you know what, I probably needed to...
Passengers deboarding starting.
Should not have toggled that jetway, probably. I should have let it do itself, probably. Ah, jetway pulled apart and passengers are walking across in the air. How about that? GSX is pretty good. It has a few quirks. Not sure what happened there, but the jetway connected once and then it disconnected itself. Well, that was a pretty good flight, all in all. Challenging, to say the least, on the landing. Flight was pretty smooth, though. Oh, I know what we needed was ground services. We need a ground power card here. Get connected. And then we can get on to ground power. There we go, ground power is on. And from there we can kill the APU. And back here, get our packs to the off position. Trim air can be off. Yaw damper can be off.
Thank you for a wonderful flight.
Fuel pumps can be off. Navs can be off. Ground power's there. Alright.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Alright. Pretty good flight. And we'll go outside here. We can watch them unload the baggage. Passengers are walking through the air, though, because the jetway did not position correctly. It's kind of cool, though. FSLTL's got 3 American tails in here right now. And drone camera's not working either right now. That's weird. Well, I appreciate you joining in on the live stream tonight. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I'm going to adjust my camera views a little bit, try to get that autopilot panel more into view where you can see that altitude and heading select buttons there. So we'll tweak on that for the next flight. Might be Wednesday night before I get back home, but maybe we'll stream Wednesday night and see what we can do. All right, my friend, that's going to do it for me tonight. Gonna get out of here, and we'll see you next time.